Hello, welcome back to Trauma-informed Caregiving. Today we're going to be talking about keeping your cool, intervening effectively. So we're going to talk about the when, why, what, so where this fits, how it might help, and the skills involved. Essentially, what we're talking about today is decreasing the behaviors we don't want anyone practicing and increasing the behaviors we want. So we get better at the things we practice. So if we're able to help people practice behaviors that help them be effective in their problem solving and effective in their relationships, those are the things we want more practice at and less practice at the stuff that's not so great. When? So today, what we're talking about, the skills can be applied whenever a challenging behavior occurs. That might be a mild challenge or a major challenge or anything in between. If we are building that solid foundation and setting the stage, hopefully we can catch things when they're earlier than later. The why here, well, just like we talked about in setting the stage, we want to increase the chances of the behaviors that we want to practice and decrease the likelihood of the things we don't. This also, as a way of structure and nurture together, intervening in a caring way shows that we care, and it is a way of teaching skillful behavior, meaning by offering some structure, we are offering nurturance and caring. It's kind of an interesting thing how that works. Skills that we're talking about today: low and slow, halt, and co-regulation. So starting with going low and slow, there's a behavior that is escalated that we want to intervene with. A really good practice, which is also a way of caring for ourselves and a preview of co-regulation, is taking some deep breaths. Not because it fixes it, but because it helps calm our nervous system enough so that we're able to be a little bit more rational and slow down in our response. So slowing down, noting what's happening in our tone of voice and our posture, huge. If we can actually lower ourselves to the size of the person, so instead of looming over someone who's already escalated and maybe causing them to escalate even more because they're feeling threatened because we're looming, instead slowing down, bringing all of the posture into a much more relaxed position, which is less threatening. It can signal safety to the other person. It can help them start kind of matching our energy. That can be a really helpful thing. So in that mode, taking those deep breaths, slow and low, clearly and with caring, state what we're looking for. Please stop jumping and look at me. Let's take a break for a moment. So trying to use as few words as possible, trying to be as clear as possible, because somebody who is escalated is not going to be able to hear and listen and take in lots of words and instructions. So really wanting to try to simplify, being very clear, and express caring in our tone. Moving to another skill, taking a break. And a helpful acronym to think about on that break is HALT, which means stop. So it's actually a helpful acronym because it means something. So HALT or stop. Often, escalated behavior is related to one or more of these things. Hunger, so maybe we just need a snack. Angry or anxious. Feeling lonely or disconnected. Feeling tired or thirsty. So if these are the things that we're dealing with, if somebody's hungry, what that behavior is communicating to us is I need something to eat. And so offering a snack or something like that can be really helpful. Someone who's angry or anxious, if their behavior is communicating to us that, this is anger, this might be some anxiety here, some worry. I need co-regulation and help learning how to express my feelings. So it's not bad to be angry or anxious. It can be helpful to respond in one way versus another way, right? So if I'm angry or anxious and the way I'm responding is yelling at someone, probably not as helpful as if I can go, whew, I'm angry and anxious. I need to take a few breaths. I need to calm down a little bit, or I need to ask someone for help, be able to express these feelings. That can be much more helpful. Lonely is it communicating, I need connection. I need someone to see me, to recognize me. Tired or thirsty, I need to rest or hydrate. So our response is, you're hungry, let's get you something to eat and see how things go after we take a quick snack. Or angry or anxious, validating that. I can see you're upset. What might help you feel more calm? Or would you like to take a breath together with me? Or do you want to take a breath on your own? So leaving a choice there, but giving them that opportunity to do a calming activity. Lonely, how can we communicate to someone, I see you, I love you, I recognize you, right? They're looking for some kind of connection. They're maybe not doing it in a way that's the way we wish they would. And so, how can we affirm that we see you, we want to connect with you? And once we're calm and through the situation, in the next video, we'll be talking about what do you do next so that you can get the desired behavior. Tired or thirsty? Well, let's take a break. Let's have a sip of water. That can be a good reset, even if somebody isn't particularly tired or thirsty. It can be a way of just resetting the system. So, halt. Hungry, angry, anxious, lonely, tired can be a very helpful intervention to attend to those before you do anything else, because those are some of the most common things that cause us to see behavior we're maybe not that excited about. Moving into co-regulation. So co-regulation is using our self-regulation skills, so coping skills that help calm our nervous system so that we can respond effectively. Co-regulation is doing that together with another human. So I gave you the preview. When we go low and slow, we are working on co-regulation. By taking that little bit of a break, we are trying to help that person self-regulate by regulating with us, co-regulating. So working together, modeling those skills by bringing that posture and that tone of voice down. Coaching, talking about, do you want to take a break with me? Sometimes I find it helpful to do all kinds of strategies like I'm going to show you in just a minute. So some validating statements that can help with co-regulation. Let's take a break. You're safe here. We're on the same team. I'm here to help you. I can see this is hard for you. So there's a number of things that we can say to help someone feel heard and recognized. What do you need? What can we do to make this better? I see that you're upset. How can I help you? Do you want some ideas about how to calm down? I'll be right here near you. So while you're taking a break, I'll stick right here. I'm going to be working. Let me know when you're ready to talk, right? So giving them that space to take that break on their own. How about we sit down for a minute? I'm going to take a deep breath. Can you join me? Maybe they'll join you, maybe they won't, but it's going to help you keep your cool while you're handling that situation. It's frustrating when things don't work out. Let's figure it out together. Tell me about what's upsetting you. I want you here. Let's figure out how to keep you here with the behavior that we want. So how can we help someone calm so that we can move into those conversations? Some of the techniques you might want to use are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, 2 things you can touch, 1 thing you can taste. You can use any combination of these things. You can use them all. If you need a big co-regulation moment, you can just pick 1 or 2. If you have someone who you know typically is a very visual person, you might actually have them, hey, can you point to 5 yellow things in this room? Or can you stand up and touch 5 yellow things in this space? So you can play around with and experiment how you use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to ground, not you're grounded, but like grounded, co-regulated, getting in a space where we are ready to learn and communicate. Deep breaths, just in general, can be a helpful thing. So deep breath in and out. even more co-regulating or regulating can be 3-4-6 breathing. So essentially, you don't have to remember the numbers. The idea is your inhale is shorter than your exhale. You try to make your exhale long and slow. It can have an extra calming effect. So in, hold, exhale slowly. Ooh, that felt good. Hope you did it with me because that felt really nice. Starfish breath is another breath that you could use for a co-regulating break. So choosing a hand, do you want to use your right hand or your left hand? Do you want to trace my hand or your hand? And then use your pointer finger to just trace the hand. So while you breathe in and out, and in and out, all the way around the hand. You can go back around that same direction. You can start with the other hand. You can use their hand and they can trace your hand. Just taking those moments to calm down, calm the system. Bumblebee breath. So you can plug your ears and basically you're buzzing like a bee. So as you inhale, you just take that nice deep breath in and exhale. That feels good too. I like that one. So trying that for as many breaths as you need. Energy ball breath is another co-regulating activity you could use. Imagine that you're holding a small golf ball sized energy, and as you inhale, you expand. And exhale, get smaller again. So you can do as big as you can get, as small as you can get. And while you're getting small, if you like tighten all your muscles and then relax your muscles as you go out, that adds a little bit of a bonus to it as well. So energy ball breath is another co-regulating activity. So when can we use these skills? When challenging behavior occurs? Why are we wanting to do those? So that we can teach skills. It's not about being in trouble when you do things wrong. It's about teaching and developing healthy humans. And we do that by showing care and working to increase their effective behavior. The skills that we talked about are going low and slow, taking a break, halt, practicing emotion regulation together through co-regulation. So reflecting on the skills, going low and slow, think about a time that you were able to keep your cool. What helped you regulate your emotions in that time, and what does that tell you about what might be able to help you the next time you're under stress? You probably have more wisdom and skill than you realize. Taking a break or halt. What tools might you have on hand or have handy, or skills to keep in mind to help when halt is needed? So are you able to have some fruit snacks in your backpack so that you're at the library and you can pull those out if you need them? Can you put a fidget or two in the bag? Do you have things on hand that can help you with that? Are there particular skills that you could put on a Post-it note, or you could do some art together in a time when you're feeling good and have them on the wall or on the refrigerator? So how can you have things handy that can help with halt when needed? And getting grounded or co-regulated. What's something that helps you feel well-regulated and calm and grounded? When might you practice that with someone you care for this week? So that could look like, I know that putting my feet in the grass and looking at the clouds makes me feel good. Is that something I could do with a kiddo that I work with this week or someone else that I'm caregiving? And not just do that activity, but actually say, this is something I do that helps me feel calm, so that you're teaching that skill in a moment when their brain is ready, because they're not already escalated. They're feeling calm and can take in new information. And it's fun. Why not? Let's practice getting calm together. So, as always, I like to remind you that part of caregiving is caring for yourself and asking for help and leaning on support. So talking to other caregivers you know, or enlisting other help, whether that be somebody at a school or a clinic, calling a line like 211 for local referrals, using our mobile crisis line or our national line, 988. For today, thank you, and you've got this. You have got this. Our next video up, we'll be talking about now what? So I've intervened, we've co-regulated, now what do I do? Can't wait to see you there. Have a great day.